Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a D&D character design. So first off, I'm starting off with a sketch. I usually do it on my tablet, but today I'm going to be doing it on paper. Depending on the sizing that I'm going to be drawing for, sometimes I do the size of a photo card, or 6 by 9 inches, like a comic book size, or 7 by 10 because it's the same size of my sketching page that I usually use for my sketchbook. So for the video, I'm going to be talking about the tablet that I'm using, how long I've had it, if it's just how so far I feel with it. I don't use it that often, but especially if I'm using it for like other people, from drawing for other people, commissions, I'll use the drawing tablet because it's easier for me to use, especially after transferring the drawing and being able to render easier with the pen. So yeah, so for the rest of the video, I'll be popping in and out. It's not much of an ASMR, but kind of. I hope you guys like it. Trying something different. It's really noisy where I live, inside the house, so I hope you guys like it. And okay, let's start. So the type of tablet that I'm using is a Veikk 1200. I'm not too sure if I'm saying that properly. I've had this for about a year or a few months now. I bought it off of Amazon. If you guys want to try this out, I'll have it linked in the description. This is not a sponsorship. Based off my experience, I think the sizing is pretty good for if you just want starting out. But if you're looking for something bigger, I'll say do your research and figure out which one is the best for you. I also don't use it that often, as I mentioned before, so I still need more time learning with it. I mostly use my iPad when drawing because the convenience of being able to walk around with it. So for today's design, it's actually not my D&D character. This is my cousin's D&D, many of his D&D characters that I've drawn so far. And his character's name is Neo. So I don't know much about Neo, but I know a few things. His abilities are somewhat similar to a few characters in Marvel, and pretty similar to... He's not a demon. or anything. I know based off of the eyes that you guys will see later, it may seem that way. He is comprised of different species. He has different type of DNA. I mostly got into D&D because of my cousin. The character designs I found really cool that I've seen on Pinterest, on YouTube, and seeing other people do it, I want to do it. I don't really have OCs like that, so I wanted to try drawing other people's characters before I start doing my own. I actually have a few of them drawn on paper before, but I don't really play D&D, but these are mostly like for like comic ideas I have, webtoon ideas I have for like my own manga. So I think the tablet so far it's pretty good. I've had a drawing tablet before. This one has a screen, so that's an advantage. But I've also used it without the screen. I feel it's pretty difficult getting used to not looking at the screen as you draw. But since I'm using a touchscreen laptop, and that is pretty easy for me to go back and forth and zoom in and zoom out. If you want to get used to using the short keys on the tablet, I would say not to really use a touchscreen computer. But if you do, it's very convenient. You could calibrate and set your pressures for the pen. That's what I did. And I think so far it's a pretty good tablet. I would say get it if you can. It's pretty good. I would like to try other brands too, like XP Pen. This is not sponsored, as I said before. And other brands like Gammon, because I'm pretty sure I've worked with the Gammon tablet before because of school. I'm not an art major or anything, but for extracurriculars, I've used it, tested around with it. It's a pretty good tablet also, but the Veikk 1200, it's not a large screen that you're working with. It's pretty much the same size of a regular 15-inch computer screen. It's not too big, not too small. It's pretty convenient. The one thing though, I think I have the adapter that came with it. It also comes with an adapter if you want to connect your phone. It's a Type-C adapter for Androids mostly. I don't think they have any lightning cords. I know for iPhone, they're starting to use the Type-C chargers. So that will be fun for other people to use. Yeah, I don't know what much else to say. It's pretty basic in the sense of just getting used to it. It's pretty much common sense so far. Even setting up like other tablets, you have to download the driver in order to use the pen and the tablet in unison and properly. So I would say do your research before you buy the tablet, if it's the best one for you. Also the pricing. Around the time that I got it, it was pretty cheap at the time. I got it on sale on Amazon, as I said. I don't know the price now because I got it around about $150 to $200. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the furthermost of this video. I'm not really used to having to record myself yet. It's very time consuming because this took me about what my time lapse says, about 11 hours to do, but it's chopped up into pieces as I first start off with the sketch and everything. I usually, when doing art designs and character designs, I usually ask people for the color palettes that they're using. My cousin provided pretty much all the colors he wanted, the type of stuff he wanted, and pretty much what the character is supposed to look like. So it's really more convenient and easy to work with. I feel like the drawing tab is so much fun when rendering, because I'm starting to get used to rendering more, and it just brings the artwork more to life to me. So that's one thing. I'm able to do that on my iPad also. If you're looking for something inexpensive, I would say the Galaxy tab that I've used also for drawing. The one thing is though, the storage does get packed up pretty fast, but to be fair, I do draw a lot. I draw pretty much nearly the whole week. And the thing is with IBS, you can't really stack your artwork like you can in Procreate. But the thing though, IBS kind of has the advantage of having multiple pencils you could use and pens and inking. That's why I find it so convenient, especially if you use the mobile version. the mobile version has a lot available. I know with Pro you're able to get like bigger sizing with animating and all sorts of stuff like that. But so far, since I'm not really doing animating on there, I mostly do it on Flip-a-Clip. And yeah, I don't really have much left to say. I'm mostly just rambling at this point. I really had fun doing this character design. I did his whole friend group, my cousin's whole friend group, D&D characters, because they have a D&D campaign. And I really enjoyed doing all their characters so far, because they're all so different in personality and colors and like palettes. And I like to see how I will perpetuate the character, even though I don't know much about them or D&D. I find it very enjoyable. So I would say give it a try. Give it a try with character design, with drawing characters, OCs. It's pretty fun. And I love rendering pearls for some reason. And like armory, like swords and clothing and rings, especially rings. I'm getting used to it. There's an artist on here called Ren Spirit. I love how they render and do all sorts of art. Mostly they do a lot of fan art. So I guess that what inspired me to get used to doing this. So yeah. So I render the hair, the eyes, the clothing. I mostly want to work on more the folds of clothing and how like the movement looks if a person is doing a pose or like in a fighting stance. I enjoyed having to render the hair, even though I at first actually did a sketch. Then after I completed the line art, I already did the coloring of what type of coloring I wanted to do. I had to redo the whole thing again, as you can see in the over time lapse. I had to redo everything. The hair didn't look right to me. It didn't really fit the vibe of the character, so I had to change a few things. But in the end, it turned out nicely, so I'm okay and happy and content with how it turned out. We're getting to the end of the video. I just want to say thanks for watching. I would like to do another character design. Any characters you guys have in mind. It doesn't have to be D&D or your own OCs, but even anime or fan art, I would love to do. See you guys for the next video. Bye.